With us now on the set of Live It Up is Mark Ambrosino, drummer extraordinaire, gifted composer, gentleman, kind-hearted soul, and he's with us here now. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing very well. It's an honor to be here. Thanks for having me.
So we met the other day. You were coming at a press conference that my friend Ingrid Dodd was having.
Correct.
At Steinway & Sons, and we met, and I realized what a gifted, talented artist you are.
Well, thank you.
When did you start playing?
I kind of been playing my whole life, you know.
Okay.
I mean, like it's.
You were like in the playpen, like kind of banging on the.
That was
on the
it. You know, from
rails.
what they tell me, I was banging on everything, and they kind of got me a drum set to sort of save the house, kind of thing. You know, I was banging on the furniture, but professionally, you know, I immersed myself in it. You know,
Okay.
It was like, when did you start swimming? It's like I just jumped in. You know, and that's all I did, like as far as I can remember. And I started playing professionally at the age of 10. Like,
you did?
Like professionally,
Mark.
meaning for money.
Yeah.
You know, like local theater groups, things like this. And it's kind of been doing it since, you know.
What did you have, like a pearl kit? What was your first kit? Drums.
Oh, this is great.
Ludwig's, whatever.
When I was
are they?
a little kid,
Okay.
my parents bought me a Peanuts drum set. I mean, like with Snoopy on it, and I
yeah.
still have, not the set, but the box. I came across it recently, like in storage. I saved, that's big. But anyway, then you move on, you graduate. My first real professional kit that I bought with my graduation money or whatever in 8th grade was a Ludwig kit. Still have it. Still
Okay.
have it.
What color?
It was like wood butcher block kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And sticks. Do you have a preference of stick?
I actually endorse Vader drumsticks, and I have my own model. So,
Okay. Wow.
You know, the Mark Ambrosino model.
I was going to say, they called you and they said, listen, we want to make a stick just for you, and we want to work with you. And
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, that's kind of cool. That's like a baseball player that gets a
Exactly
Louisville
right.
Slugger made.
That's exactly right. And when, you know, your signature is going to be on the stick, you know, so you sign your name 1,000 times a month or whatever. But when it was like, this is going to be like on the stick, I kind of had to practice. I'm not going to lie. What looks the coolest, you know, and you send them your signature and they put that on there, and I'm proud of it. They give you like many models to choose from. You say, I like the weight of this, the tip of this, and they come up with your model.
You know, I'll have a confession, and I haven't really shared this a lot with my audience. Drums I played in the school band.
Oh, cool.
So I had the drum pad, you know, rat-a-tat-tat,
The rubber
rat-a-tat-tat.
pad.
Yeah, the rubber
Yeah,
pad.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
And then the bass drum, but I'm as tiny. I was even tinier then, right? And so my parents went to my band school concert, and all they could hear was
Or
they
they
could
see
hear
an
me.
R, right, that's
They
pretty funny.
couldn't see the big bass drum
That's
and the
great, though.
yeah. But the drums is such a versatile instrument. You know, everybody says, oh, piano, and people say guitar, but you can do a lot with the right kit. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, like brushes, and there's all different types of things that you can use. And have you enjoyed exploring that over the years?
Absolutely. My career is taking me many different directions. And over the years, you play with a lot of different people. It could be hard rock, could be jazz, could be big band. I enjoy all of it. And, you know, you could sit behind a drum kit. You could get 10 people to sit behind the same kit and get 10 different feels out of it. It's kind of, you know, like you said, it's a palette, and you get out of it what you want. And there's a lot of ways to approach it. If we had a snare drum here, we could do 50 different things with it, depending on what was appropriate, you know?
Yeah. Right?
Right, exactly.
You've played with a ton of celebs.
I have.
Because you said you are a freelance drummer. So I said you're like a kit for hire. Have kit, will travel.
Sure.
Okay, so some of the big celebrities that you've played with over the years, you've mentioned a few of them in the green room to me. Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
Who else did you have fun playing with?
I had the honor, and I do mean that, it's an honor to play with these people. Ray Charles, Whitney Houston, Michael Bolton, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's a you know, Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers. I don't know.
It just goes on and on and
yeah.
on. You're a working musician.
Absolutely.
So lucky,
Absolutely.
right?
I'm blessed. Absolutely.
So fun.
You know, it's a lot of work, but I'm thankful every day for it. I do not take a second of it for granted.
And you composed a film recently that I got invited to go see. Tom Hanks was in it. Sam Shepard was in it.
Absolutely. The film was called, I'm so glad you made it. It was awesome. It's called California Typewriter. And, you know, I composed a bunch of music for it. It was an honor to be involved with that. Some great names. I thought it was well done. I don't know what you thought of it.
I loved the film.
I did too. You know, it was the first time you know, when I was composing for it, they send me a scene, you know, 5, 10 scenes, but I never saw it all sewn together. I saw it for the first time you did. I think they did a great job.
Yeah, and it was basically for our audience. It's a documentary
Correct.
about a gentleman that just is so passionate about typewriters and like from the 1800s, and it walks you through
Right.
who invented the typewriter.
Right.
It wasn't mainstream in the beginning,
Correct.
but then it became mainstream, right? And then it was about an artist who actually takes old typewriters,
Right.
takes them all completely apart, and
Right.
builds human sculptures.
How
And-
amazing
and-
is Jeremy? The
so
gentleman's name is Jeremy
yes.
Mayer.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough. I don't know if you knew this or not. Like what music I wrote for them. A lot of the scenes he was in, I had the good fortune of scoring to that. And I was telling him afterwards how, he was thanking me for the music, and I was like, it just. How do you not? It's like watching a sunset, and the guy's incredible what he does. It's like
He
he can
is so
take
talented.
the most lifeless pieces of metal and make like the bird. Remember in the movie, it looked like he could literally fly out of his hand. It's amazing. Hopefully, this movie shines a light on him and the fine work that he does, because I mean, an amazing individual.
And this little boutique shop,
Oh, yeah.
California Typewriter, because they're. I want to go buy one after watching this because
I'm with you.
the privacy, so Tom
Yeah.
Hanks loves to work on it.
Yeah.
The ability to actually press, it's creative, just like drumming or
Right.
anything that we do painting. You're actually taking something and you're making emotion, and it's putting the ink on that paper.
Absolutely.
And there's nobody like, for instance, if you're writing a script, Nelson DeMille, any great writer, you don't want your stuff up in cyberspace that could be hacked, and
Absolutely.
it's your intellectual property. You put it on that typewriter, and there's something so pure about it.
I completely agree, and I think John Mayer, who has
He's
some
also in the film, yes.
and is also in the film. He had some insightful things to say. I was laughing as he was saying it, that we all have hard drives full of material, and we say we're going to go back, and he said it exactly right. You never go back.
No.
You never go back. You just kind of have this false sense of security that you could go back, but you never go back. And analogous to that is like what they were saying about having a piece of paper, something physical that you can actually hold in your hands. I own a recording studio, and we do a lot of things in Pro Tools, the digital world. But I also have an old tape machine that I bought from Columbia Records that a lot of famous records were done on, like Miles Davis, Simon & Garfunkel. I mean, this machine, if it could speak, it holds some stories.
And it's Sojourn is the name of your company, right?
Sojourn Records, yes. And the difference of recording to tape versus in the digital world, it's visceral. You can feel it. I don't know if we recorded something today and I recorded to Pro Tools. You went in the other room. You didn't know what we're doing,
Yep.
and recorded to tape. I would bet that you could come in and go, "What's going on here? I don't know. Something feels different." And then that whole thing about holding something in your hand, and what David McCullough said in the movie about when they used to, like, the presidential speeches, they'd write them, but then you could see someone cross the word out.
Yeah,
and
change it to
the
this.
process, but that's gone now. And anyway, it was an honor to be a part of it.
So you're composing, and I just want to
Absolutely.
ask you, when you do compose, do you write the drum beat
No.
first, like a metronome?
No.
What part comes first for you?
Well, when they give you a scene, Doug Nickel, who's
Okay.
the director, he'll send you some music that there's a thing called temp music. When they're working on the movie, they'll put temporary music in there, and he'll send me the temp music because this is the vibe he wants. So he'll send me the vibe. So a lot of it, I don't think I played any drums on it. I mean, on one of the
I was
tracks.
going to say, in one piece, I remembered hearing the
Yeah,
percussion.
but a lot of it was just sitting at the piano or picking up a guitar. I play a bunch of instruments, on records and stuff. I would just see the scene, see what the music was, and sit at the piano and just start poking around.
What advice would you give for an up-and-coming person if they have musical talent? Would you tell them to just go for it? I mean, like, what would you say to them? Some early steps that they could take, tangible steps.
I would say it is possible to make I'm fortunate to do what I love every day, and when people are blessed with that, I think it's an amazing gift to go through this life, whatever you're doing. But I would say that you have to take it very seriously. I work with a lot of artists, and I have to speak to them, coach them, if you will. And it's not like a thing that you dabble in. If you really want to make a run for this, the analogy I always use is you have to go at it like you're training for the Olympics, like literally in the pool every day. You don't feel good in the pool. Your friends are playing in the pool, because the rewards could be amazing, but it's that competitive. And there's no guarantee. The only guarantee I tell people is if you don't get out there, nothing's going to happen. That's the only guarantee in this business. And, I don't know. I never know what the next month's going to bring. But hard work and never stop pumping my legs has gotten me this far. And my advice would be, if you really have the passion, yeah, you need talent, you need drive, and it's no you do need some luck. It's not a lie. Absolutely. That's, there's
Or
some
a
luck
smile, because if you're
Absolutely.
if you're a good networker and you smile and you're genuine, I think a smile will open up a lot of doors.
Absolutely. Like I'm still like the festival I met you at the other day.
Yeah, we're still networking.
I got an email, show up at something a.m. I went and look, and here we are now. And you do have to be lucky, but the old saying, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Excellent.
And I do believe that.
And just sitting with you makes me want to drum. I don't know.
Me too. Let's go. I like it.
Come on, get a little. All right. Oh, woohoo! Bongos. All right.
Thank you. Good night.
Been visiting with Mark. I'm Donna Drake. Thanks for watching. Live it up. Yeah, right? It's got a good sound.
Absolutely.